In life, we don't all receive the gift of good life advice from our fathers. Some lucky men do, but others are left to learn from the school of hard knocks. Some get it early, others get it later in life, but most never do. However, age, as we know, is simply a measure of our lifetime, and life, not time, is the most important element of existence. You are watching this video not because you are old or young, but because you're alive. And if you use this advice, it will serve you well for the rest of your life as a man, regardless of your age. It's time to stop exploring life without a compass, because many men who have gone through life without direction have faltered and fallen with no chance of redemption. Fortunately for you, you can learn these simple life lessons now, practice them daily, and go on to live a more fulfilling and masculine life. Live in reality. Why is it so important to live in reality? Well, see it like this. Defining and holding on to your reality is your life jacket in the ocean of life, or is it the ocean of lies?
You've been living in a dream world, Neo.
We now live in a world where we are increasingly moving farther and farther from the truth. There are occultic forces tirelessly manipulating the facts of life to impose their destructive agendas on the human race. And the most troubling of their schemes is the all-out attack on masculinity. But hear this. You can't afford to lose your mind in this war against truth. Deception seems to be the new great modern industry. Around every corner of our world are factories of the lies corporations sell, lies governments tell, and lies society uses to disfigure reality. Wait, it gets worse. Deception can be even closer than you think. Sometimes, they masquerade as your friends, family, or even your own girlfriend or spouse. And this is an ugly truth that as men, we all have to live with. But even if you live in a den of liars, the one person you must never lie to, ever, is yourself. The whole world may try to fool you, but never fool yourself. You will always be the one person who has your back and your best interests at heart. This is why you have to live in reality. See, people, situations, and things for what they truly are. Oftentimes, the truth won't be pretty, but you owe it to yourself to recognize and acknowledge the truth of reality, as only the truth can set you free.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
As a man, you can only live a truly conscious life when your judgments are based on the truth. Take full responsibility for your life. You take full responsibility for your life when you say to yourself, I am responsible for everything within my power. I have been responsible for all that has gone wrong, and I am responsible for all that I will make go well. This is what Winston Churchill meant when he said, the price of greatness is responsibility. The substance of your life is only as good as the amount of responsibility you take for your life's journey. As a man, you are on your own, and no one is going to save you. Remember that when the Titanic sank, the women and children were the first to get on the lifeboats, and the men were left to save themselves or die. Your options are no better in today's world, so don't squander your time and waste your life's potential pretending to live while dying as a weak nobody.
I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
When you wake up, know that you are the one. You're that guy. You're the man. You're the director, movie star, and supporting character, the motion picture that is your life. Start the day with a decision to be strong. Why? Because your success in life depends on you and you alone. Try not to be like the average people who nourish their egos and deceive themselves with excuses. Be like the successful people who deal with their reality head on. You can't live life completely unless you take full responsibility for your situation. Your body is not shredded and hard because you are lazy, aren't consistent with exercise, and ingesting poor nutrition. Pathetic. Your lack of capital is a result of frivolous spending, poor financial planning, and financial illiteracy. Unacceptable. Your poor relationships in life are due to your poor choices of who you allow into your life, your tolerance of their toxic nature, and your failure to cut them off. Disgraceful. Get real. The moment you get real, you begin to take actions that will start you down the road to peace. So get real about your wealth. Get real about your health. Get real about your relationships. You are responsible for your life and everything within your locus of control. Your mindset, your physicality, your emotions, your finances, all of it. And as Abraham Lincoln put it, you can't escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today.
What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow.
Irresponsible people often blame anything and anyone else but themselves. They would rather blame everything in the world than take responsibility for their wrong steps in life. And when you relinquish responsibility for what is within your control, you hand over your power to a merciless world. Never do that. Don't allow fear to be your God. When we think of God, we imagine an all-powerful being with dominion over all things. Fear can also become all-powerful in your life if you fail to counter its influence on you. Fear is a shapeshifter. It takes on many appearances, and if you're not vigilant, you will have trouble identifying it. And when you don't even know what it is, it's easy for you to yield and succumb to fear.
Do you think I'm afraid?
I think you've been afraid all your life.
If you're trapped in your comfort zone, you're no different from the average person. You are being ruled by fear. Do you know that some people actually fear being successful? They start seeing things going in the right direction. Then, all of a sudden, they panic and destroy the source of their success. Some women, for example, fear being in a good relationship. They meet a good man and treat him badly or ghost him. They self-sabotage themselves, yet they cry that they can't find a good man. Fear is ruthless, and it destroys everything you feed it. Your intelligence, your peace, and ultimately your life. Unacceptable. To protect yourself against this shape-shifting specter, you have to understand the nature of the fear that impacts you. Sometimes you fear a greater level of success because of the mystery. Who will my new friends be at that level? How will my family treat me as a wealthy person? And so on. When fear becomes your God, it means that you're responding to fear irrationally. You're allowing fear to control you rather than identifying and acknowledging it. Don't ever allow fear to be your God. Take action on your fears. If you are responding to fear as your God, your life will be of little meaning. You will be average because the average person is ruled by fear. Fear is why they do jobs they hate. It's why they're scared to take risks, why they're scared to build a company, and why they're scared to go talk to that beautiful woman they want. They simply lose their minds over imagined negative outcomes and create hell on earth in their own heads. Fear is all they know. They are impulsive animals, not rational men making deliberate decisions. They're not proactive, but reactive. They are constantly running from opportunity and never fighting for a better life. Disgraceful. Don't allow fear to be your God because it is rooted in irrationality and it drives irrational behavior. Whenever you find yourself captured by fear, always ask yourself, what would I do if I wasn't scared at all? After you recognize and grasp the deceitful nature of your fear, consult your logical self, strategize, and proceed forward like a fearless lunatic. Show love to those who show love to you. In life, not everybody will love you. In fact, there will be very few people who genuinely care about you and love you. Sometimes the people that should care for us and love us, like family and longtime friends, just don't. And it can be a heartbreaking discovery when we find out our loved ones don't love us. However, as men, we are born alone, die alone, and throughout life we will often walk alone, so betrayal should not deter us. It should be like finding out that what you thought was a life-saving tool was actually dead weight. And what do you do with dead weight? You simply toss it aside and travel lighter. On the other hand, the people that care for you and show you love might be people you're not related to, or people you did not grow up with. This could be your colleague or the woman that runs the coffee shop a block from your house. You may wonder where their love comes from, or even doubt its genuineness. However, when someone remains consistent in their character over a long period of time, you will see a person for who they truly are. It won't be hard to tell that they mean well and their love for you is real. And at the end of the day, you have to show love to those who show love to you. Keep the genuine people in your life close to you and return their love with equal regard. Life can be a labyrinth if you don't have a map. But when you practice being real with yourself, taking full responsibility for your life, and living fearlessly, you will go far in your life as a man with those who genuinely show you love. You will make the most of your time and never waste a second of it while living as a masculine man.